Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time we're reviewing on Batman Year 1 review. Now, as you know, Batman Year 1 was the starting point to the Frank Miller Batman version, and also to the New Earth Batman stuff. So I got this for £8 in a shop called Forbidden Planet, and it's done by Frank Miller and Dave Marzulli. And the cover has a beautiful artwork of Batman posing, and so on. Now, it's all about how everything began after the whole sort of new Batman stuff. And on the cover we have Batman looking over his parents, knowing that they're dead. To get on the story, it starts off how on a train, someone is saying, "Gotham City, maybe it's all I deserve now, but maybe it's just my time in hell." And so it's Commissioner Gordon talking about hoping that Barbara is going to be okay and that the baby is going to be alright. So on a plane, Bruce Wayne is on his way back. And meanwhile, some guy who's asking him saying, "Nice book for a small donation." "No, please." "Gordon! Lieutenant James Gordon!" And so Flash ends up grabbing this guy by the neck, no doubtly gonna probably hurt him, saying, "Walk, skinhead. Name's Flash. Lieutenant Detective Flash. Commissioner Loeb sent me to make sure you didn't miss your appointment. Hope you don't mind if I call you Jimmy." "Well, And so he ends up looking, no doubtly, seeing how Flash has assaulted a guy for no reason, was just asking him for a small donation. So everyone asks Bruce Wayne questions, saying where has he been and that. And so, pretty much, they had the news reports. And we also see Commissioner Gordon talking with Loeb, who has a fondness for toys, which I do. And he's like, "And we are a team. A team needs team spirit, don't you think?" "Yes, it does, and your record shows you've got what it takes. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's smoking. What mistake have you made, Lieutenant? You kept the Mafia away from it, and that's it. Bottom line is, isn't it?" "Yes, it is." And so, meanwhile, Bruce Wayne makes it back to Wayne Manor, and meanwhile, Flash is talking with him saying, You like the Commissioner Jimmy, and he'll be just as good as to you as you are to him, and you can count on that." And so Commissioner Gordon sees that Flash is going to confront someone, which is implied Flash is mostly racist and is mostly beating up a teenager for the fun of it. And Gordon just stands by like some sort of animal, just watching him beating him up. But I guess he's just doing this just to make sure to get all his facts straight, and so on. And so Flash gives him what he thought was a weapon, and Gordon's like, "It's a comb, Flash. I'm only human, Jimmy." And you can tell right now Gordon knows something's up with Flash. You think about it, he just beat up a kid for no reason. So meanwhile, on February, Gordon and Flash are driving, and meanwhile, Batman is training himself hard to help deal with the corruption of Gotham. And so Flash isn't happy with James Gordon, and you can tell Loeb is unhappy as well, saying, "I had such hopes for that boy." And so they have a plan to deal with. So meanwhile, Bruce Wayne goes undercover, disguising himself as an older man. And Commissioner Gordon notices that some of the police team are there, and they beat the living crap out of him. And so on. So meanwhile, Bruce Wayne walks the red light district, where he sees a young girl, saying, "I doubt it, how old are you?" "Young as you want me to be." "Stupid bitch, that's all wrong. Oh, Holly, you didn't do it wrong." "Did what? You did, I just like..." And so, pretty much, Bruce Wayne confronts them, and Selina sees something going on. And so, meanwhile, Bruce gets stabbed in the leg by Holly. Yeah, that's showing that you're really grateful. And so Selina gets into a fight, and this is actually where we first see Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle in their first fight. And so they pretty much gun down Bruce, and meanwhile manages to get out of the police car just in time, and leaving the people there trapped, no doubt. And so meanwhile Bruce Wayne decides to drive back, and Commissioner Gordon decides to confront Flash. And so he makes his way back, and Flash is outside the house where James Gordon is going to confront him. And so just as soon as he leaves, James Gordon uses all he's got against Flash and leaves him tied up butt naked. And so after making his way back, Bruce Wayne thinks to himself and wants a symbol for people to fear him. Because as a kid, he lost his parents due to what happened. And decides to use something. And out of the window, a bat comes out. And he's like, I have seen it. Welcome somewhere. It's happened me, and a joy frightened me. With eyes, I shall become a bat. And so you have Batman on the cover. So meanwhile, Commissioner Gordon finds out what's going on, saying, no, don't want, isn't blank. And so it turns out that this guy was released from Arkham, even though the Arkham staff should probably monitor him to make sure he was properly sane. And so Commissioner Gordon realizes that Brandon and his team are going to take things down, and it's only going to lead to problems. So Commissioner Gordon decides to confront him, only using safety first, and says, I said no lunch, no Greenwich lunch. I know. And so Commissioner Gordon takes him out. I know it's probably the right thing to do, but seriously. So afterwards, Commissioner Loeb isn't happy because Gordon is making them look bad. And so Commissioner Gordon trains hard with his gun. And meanwhile is thinking about with his wife and stuff. And meanwhile, Bruce Wayne has become Batman and is dealing with dangerous crooks. And is noticing that his work is getting a bit sloppier. Because one, a guy's about to fall, but Bruce Wayne catches him just in time. Even though these guys are clearly idiots, because he's trying to save this person from dying. And so, yeah, they really aren't helping. And so afterwards, James Gordon is talking to him, saying, if we can stop being hysterical for a moment, gentlemen, our vigilante, or Batman, he's called, has apparently committed 78 acts of assault in the past 5 weeks. Yeah, probably for the right reasons. And so, Commissioner Gordon asks Flash about his story, which he tries to cover up, saying that he was in a sting operation, even though he's clearly buying off drugs and being bribed off, and how Batman confronted them, and so on. Meanwhile, at a party, Batman goes in, confronting the people who have used its wealth as a kind of like harpoon. And so Batman goes in, takes off the lights and everything else, and in the process, everyone's like, ladies, gentlemen, you have eaten well. You've eaten Gotham's wealth, its spirit. Your feast is nearly over. From this moment on, none of you are safe. After you've played Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, I'm gonna have to end it there. So I'm gonna do part 2 again. So Comic Review here, signing out.